Hello there, traveler. Welcome to the castle. Or, I guess more accurately, Bazaar of Cackles by DarnHyena. I'd like to share my thoughts about a book I've read, if you're willing to indulge a dragon. Thank you, traveler. Let's begin. Gnoll Tales is a short story collection written by Night Eyes Dayspring and published by Dancing Jackal Books. Gnoll Tales was a fun collection of short stories about hyenas that left me wanting more. I'm a big fan of the conceit of a short story collection being a set of stories that a character is telling to other people. I think that framing helped to elevate a lot of the creation myth stories that were included into something more substantial. It helped to sell them as a part of Ingot's background and oral traditions. Solid collection of stories. My biggest complaint is that I feel like some of the stories could have been longer. There were a few that I had wanted to see more done with the premise, but then they ended as I felt they were getting going. Here's some quick thoughts on some of my favorites. Stars and Moon does a great job of bringing the reader in with the explanation of part of the Gnoll creation myth. I think it worked well as an introduction to the collection. Absolutely loved the tone and playful nature of the characters in The Fox, the Wolf, and the Gnoll. A cute twist on the expectations of furry readers and how magic can have consequences long after you've cast your spells. A Wager in Bone was one of the highlights of the collection to me. It reads like a refined story told about a particularly cool interaction that happened during a game of D&D, and that made it feel so much more personal. The build-up of the stakes and the game being played, tying back to the earlier stories in the collection, helped to push this one over the top. Twisted Vows is probably my favorite story in the collection, as it works the hardest to acknowledge and tear down the stereotypes that have been built up about gnolls in fantasy. Kyla's responsibilities war against who she is as a person, and her doubts and insecurities almost overcome her. Through her friends and family, she is able to choose another path, and that was a powerful statement indeed. If you like gnolls or hyenas, I think this is a must-buy, as I feel like there's a lot to love in this collection. Until next time, curl up with a good book, and be kind to yourself.